Going to show how we check that we have the right teams in the right brackets for a KO and how we fix them. What we have here is the typical, this is 8 bracket KO. Under the session menu, and this is a randomly assigned, this is one randomly generated, no impugnation of any of the players or names that are going to be listed. So we check on session, check team master points for all bracket. What it does, it's going to list, and we have 26 teams that are in the wrong bracket. I have seen as many as 30 or more teams in an actual real-life KO that are in the wrong bracket. I've seen as many as a third of teams in one bracket that should not have been in that bracket. Typically, they misreport their master points, and they're then assigned to play in a bracket, and then after the names are entered, we find out what bracket they should have been in. In this case, what we're going to do is to show how we would handle that. Now, how we actually handle it is ACBL policy. It's typically up to the DIC. All I can do is say this is how the software will help fix this problem. Again, this is a random event. So what we see is what it does is it lists each bracket, and it's going to put them in order of a sorted order of the master points. And what we find is that for bracket 1, any errors are shown in red. So in bracket 1 we have 2 teams, and their reported master points are 37,000 and 36,000. But in bracket 2 we have 2 teams that have more, 43 and 39, almost 40,000. So those 2 teams should have been in bracket 1. These 2 teams in bracket 1 should have been in bracket 2. Now, if you want to fix it, if you catch this error early, you can certainly swap the teams before they've started to play. But let's assume that the events, that we're almost through round 1, and we're not going to fix it for this round. What we do want to do, however, is to make sure that these errors don't occur in the future. So the names that are listed, if we right-click on it, we can bring up information about these 4 teams. And this is going to display what is called their team ID. So here are the 4 players, and we can print out for the team, we can actually give them a copy of all the players on the team, the exact master points, and they can reuse this information for the rest of the tournament. So it just shows it's the same for all 4 teams. So this way we make sure that the teams don't cause this problem for events later in the week. So again, what we're showing, and as we go through, we now see that, again, these are random names, but we have 4 teams that are in the wrong bracket. Now, I should point out that this is how things actually ended up happening. It doesn't actually mean that the teams reported the wrong information. And I'll repeat yet again that these are randomly assigned. So this was a random number generated, and 6 players were randomly generated to fill out a team. We're also interested in in the master points that they reported and how close they are to the total. That's covered elsewhere. But this screen is the one that we use to check to make sure that we have teams in the right bracket, and how we make sure we don't have that problem going forward.